started receiving, through some medicine work, in a sister circle, I started receiving one time this coding, literally this vision of this new coding for the divine feminine, the divine union. And lots of people think of it in that simplistic terms of the Vesica Pisces, where the two become one. But I received this other vision, and it's like it came down from the universe, and I was holding it in my hands. I was like, what is this? It said, this is the coding of the new divine union. So I drew this, and I realized, oh my God, it's not just one thing, it's multidimensional. It's the alchemy of fire and water, it's the alchemy of earth and air, it's the medicine wheel, it's the goddess wheel, it's Avalon, it's Egypt, it's Lemuria, it's Atlantis. It's all these timelines happening simultaneously. And it's the rose and the sword and the three lines of consciousness and the pyramids and all of this was unlocking. And then I went into this process of all of these timelines unlocking simultaneously, and I could see how they were all connected, and I could see how civilizations had failed. But now what we were going into, we had the opportunity through divine union, through the truth of the purity of love, to understand what that was, and through that portal overcome and walk into succeeding as a higher level of consciousness in I don't want to say society, in
the collective.
In the collective, yeah.
Yeah.
And I could see that was possible. But what really got me was I was being shown by the universe, your mission, part of my purpose was divine union. And here I was in this breakup, which was before you came along, and I knew that it was narcissistic abuse. It was so traumatic because I was constantly, for those 3 months, I was constantly unknowingly being gaslit every time I spoke to anybody from my old life or to him or anything. So I was constantly being betrayed and being opened by that trauma, like on a daily and a weekly basis, that I had to process on my own. And through that betrayal and that cracking open, because the betrayal opens and cracks open your heart, I also knew from the women's work that I'd done, this is the moment when women close their hearts down forever and they don't have relationships again with men, and they don't trust men again. And I knew that would turn me into the bitter archetype of the crone when I come to that later on in my life. And I said, this is not going to happen with me. I've received the coding of the divine union. I've received this wisdom because I've been cracked open, and I've chosen for love and unity. I dedicated and devoted myself to whatever it takes to get through this. But to keep my heart open.